Hello students, welcome back class 11. Today I am discussing a new topic. Our chapter 9 we are starting. Okay, chapter 9. Okay, this is our we can say this is our last chapter. Okay, so in chapter 9 we can say table creation and data manipulation commands. Okay, data creation and data manipulation commands. Okay, so some part we already discussed. Okay, so small revision we can say, suppose creating a database. Okay, creating a database means it is a container. A single database hold multiple tables. A single database hold multiple tables. Suppose in a school database is a single database, but in school database, student table, library table, exam table, activity table, sports table, so different kind of thing we can store in a single database. But in technically we want to create a database, so here you can remember syntax. What is the syntax? Create database if not exist. Okay, this is optional. If database is not exist, then database will create according to this name. Finally we can use semicolon. Okay, for example, practically you can type this command. Okay, create database. This is our command, and here database name we can mention school, bank, library, reservation according to our choice, and finally we can use semicolon and then press enter. So this command create database school. Okay, school database will create in MySQL server. Okay, now after creating database we want to open. So simply we can use, syntax is we can use and then we can use database name to open an existing database. So we can use database, and finally we can use semicolon, then we can press enter to complete to execute this command. So here I am showing the example use. Okay, last time I have created a school database, so you can mention this name use school and semicolon, then press enter. Okay, so here two command we already use. First we create a school database, and here this command is most important, and we open our school database. So in a school database further we will create table, and but before table we can create table structure. Okay, now this is a very simple command, show all the database list. So we can use show databases and semicolon enter. So this command will show all the database. So in the list you can also see your school database also. You can see your school database also. So we have three commands: create database. Okay, we can open our database, and we can show all the database list which are available in your MySQL server. So we can say show databases semicolon, show all the database list. Okay, suppose you want to delete the database. If you want to delete the database, it is possible. Simply to create we can use create. Suppose you want to delete, so you can use drop database. Which database you want to delete? School. So and semicolon enter. So if it remove all its table, also it remove along with database directly. So carefully this command will use, because in a school database suppose you have more than one tables and data, so this command completely delete school database, so your data will lose. So carefully you first check your all the details and data, then you can apply this command drop database school. So this command is very important, and carefully you can use, otherwise it will delete all the database and all the directly. But what is the command? Drop database and database name, and semicolon is important. Okay, so creating, opening, show all the list, and removing database. So this is a basic command: create database, use, show databases, and drop databases. Okay, Now next thing is constraint. So this is a new topic for you. Constraints means rules, regulations, conditions. Okay, when you input a data in a table, first this data will check a certain rules and conditions, then we can enter this data. So we can say first we enter, we can use certain rules and regulation, we will check, then we can input our data in the SQL database table. So constraint means rules, regulation, we can say. So these are business rules or regulations which can be applied to rows and columns of a database or of a table. Okay, it ensures database integrity. Following constraints are used when you create a table. So this thing you can use when you create a table. Okay, primary key we already used. Okay, so primary key, foreign key, unique, check, default and not null. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 type of constraint we have. And when you create a table, and in table when you create a column, so in a column when you insert a values, so so we can use 6 type of rules we can use. So first is primary key. Okay, so it is used to identify a record uniquely. Okay, we know very well. In a table, it never accept duplicate data in a column. Okay, we cannot input same data in a particular column. It is a key field of a table. It never hold null value. Okay, this is the property. Uniquely identify, never accept duplicate data. It is a key field. With the help of primary key we can search our data easily. Suppose in bank account number you already used. In school we can use roll number. Okay, in a bank or in hotel we can use customer ID. So customer ID so this is your primary key. With the help of customer ID, Aadhaar card number, PAN card number, so directly this is your own personal number. Okay, same Aadhaar card number we don't use for another person. Okay, so we can say this is your primary key. For computational operation it is very easy. Okay, so this is a primary key. Foreign key. So when a primary key used in another table, so another table, that primary key we can say foreign key. Okay, when a primary key used in another table, so in another table that primary key we can say foreign key. Okay, because this foreign key completely depend on primary key. So it is used in another table, it is depend on primary key, it may have duplicate data. So foreign key have duplicate data. Whenever two tables are related by a common column, then the related column in the parent table should be declared as primary key constraint. Okay, and related column in a child table we can say foreign key constraint. Suppose we have two tables. First table have primary key, and this primary key we can use in second table. So first table we can say this is our parent table, and the second table we can say child table, because in child table primary key will use. So we can say this is our foreign key. So foreign key child table foreign key completely depend on parent table primary key. So foreign key is completely opposite. It hold null value, it hold duplicate data. Okay, so this is possible in the case of foreign key. Unique rule we can also apply to a particular column. Okay, so this constraint ensure that no two rows have same value in a specified column. Okay, suppose you have a mobile number column. Okay, so in mobile number you can apply this unique rule. So when you input same mobile number to another person, so it will not accept, because you already apply unique rule to a mobile number. So if you apply unique rule to a mobile number column, So every mobile number must be unique. We cannot input duplicate mobile number. We cannot input same mobile number to another person, because unique rule will not accept this same data for another person. Okay, so unique rule we can use check. We can also use check rule to input a value to a particular column. This contain limit values that can be inserted in a column of a table. So we can first check. Suppose our fees suppose 1000 to 5000. So we can apply this rule. So in a particular fees column we can input 1000 or minimum 1000 and maximum 5000. All the value between 1000 to 5000 we can input. But when you input 6000, so because check constant we already used in the fees column, so it will not accept 6000. If you input 800, so 800 bit cannot store in a fees column of a student, because check constraint will not accept. So we can use check constraint. We can use minimum to maximum limit. Okay, so we can put our data more accuracy. The next thing is default constraint. Okay, so a default value can be specified for a column when a user does not enter a value for the column. Automatically the defined default value is inserted in the field. Suppose here one column we have in a student table pin code. So our pin code is 361345. Okay, so mostly our pin code is common to all the person who lives here. So we cannot input 361345 again and again. So there is no need. So we can apply this same pin code as a default value. Okay, so default value automatically inputted by MySQL. So there is no need to type again and again. So we can also use default, but it is possible we can override this default value, okay, according to our choice. But when we have no new value, so default value automatically inserted by MySQL server, so it will save our lot of time. There is no need to input pin code number again and again, because default will automatically will input. Not null. This is another new rule for a column. This constant allow user must enter a value cannot be left blank. Okay, not null means suppose you have a gender, so you must input gender male or female. This is compulsory. You cannot left blank. You must input male or female. It is compulsory. So you can use not null. Okay, so this data must be inputted, otherwise the record will not save completely. So we have 6 type of rules we can use: primary key, foreign key, unique, check, default, and not null. So you keep in mind when you create a table, that time we can use this type of constraint. So how to use this constant when you create a table? So here I am giving some example, a complete example. Suppose to create table with constant inside the database. After creating database, we will create a table. So create table, we already done this thing previously in chapter 8, but here some advanced thing you can see. So syntax: create table, we can use new table name. We already create student table. Okay, then we can use small bracket open and small bracket close. Then we can use our column name, suppose student ID, student name, data type integer, character, where character, date. Okay, decimal we can use with size, and constraint. Here column constraint. This constraint we can use primary key, foreign key, unique. This constraint we can use type here. Okay, then comma, then we can type another next column, data type and column constraint, comma, then we can type another column, then data type, size, column constraint, then we can type another column, and table constraint we can also use. Okay, with column name. Okay, but when you use foreign key of a particular table, when you create a table and you want to use foreign key, So we have used additional thing. We can use additional thing. We can use foreign key, then we can use foreign key column name, but this foreign key depend on another primary key table. So we can use references, we can use parent table name and second column name, and we must use on delete cache card and on update cache card. Okay, when you delete parent table data, so it will automatically delete in child table data. When you change the key, so automatically change in child table. So this command we must use on delete cascade, on update cascade. So because two tables is related to each other, so when you perform change in one table, so automatically change in another table. So for this purpose, when you delete the record in primary key table, so it automatically delete in our foreign key table. When you change the key in parent table, automatically change in our child table. So we must use two things, on delete cascade or on update cascade. And close this command, and here we must use engine is equal to innodb semicolon. So this thing you must use, because by default our foreign key constraint will not work by default. So we must use this engine, this type of engine we can use innodb. Okay, so when you use foreign key, so this thing we can use here. After some time I will give you an example to complete this thing. So here you can see, here the first column name you can see in foreign key is the name of related column in the child table, and the second column appearing after the reference and clues in the name of related column in the parent table. Means we can say primary key name we can mention here. The table name after references clues is the name of parent table or primary table to which the column is current table is related. So simply we can say child table foreign key we can mention here, and same key we can primary key we can mention here. So we can connected each other. If you write on delete cascade, so while defining foreign key constant, then in the case of row or tuple is deleted in parent table, so it is related tuple or row in child table will automatically be deleted. When you change in primary, when you delete data in primary key table, so it will automatically delete in child table. If you write on delete cascade, so also if you write on delete on update cascade, also while defining foreign key constraint, then in the case or row in updated in parent table, so it related tuples or row in the child table will automatically be updated. So above thing mentioned referential integrity means two table link each other. When you change one in one table, automatically change in another table. So we can say referential integrity. So referential integrity, for this purpose we can use two extra things. Note, by default MySQL use ISAM storage engine. Okay, so this storage engine will not use foreign key constraints. So this is a big problem. So we can use this engine. Engine is equal to innodb. So this engine does not support foreign key. Which engine? ISM storage engine does not support foreign key concept. So we can change this ISM default engine to engine is equal to innodb. So we need to change innodb storage engine. Okay, so innodb storage engine support foreign key constraint. Okay, so default engine ISM. This ISM storage engine is a big problem. When you use this foreign key command, so this command will not perform perfectly. So when you use foreign key constant and this type of rules, so we must use this line, engine is equal to innodb. Then our foreign key constraint rules and connection and dependency for each other table will perfectly execute. Okay friends, so next time I will give a example. So today I have explained how to create database, how to open table, how to show all the database, how to remove a database with carefully, and constraints. So 6 type of constraint: primary key, foreign key. Here I am giving a structure and syntax. and table name, and where to use constant, foreign key constants, and referential integrity rules, and engine we must use InnoDB, and here we can must use. So hope you understand this thing. Okay students, thank you so much.